Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke, and this is,
Aaron?
and we're gonna check out the trailer for 28 Years Later. I'm a little bit late to this. Love the sequel or the prequel. What about you, Aaron?
You mean the first one? Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
love 28 Days Later is one of my all-time favorites. So I'm super excited about this. And before you ask, I will be seeing this in the theaters.
Hey, hell yeah! All right, I'm gonna give it a shot. Ready?
Wait, sit here. Sit.
Auntie, what's going on?
Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
It began. Oh, jeez.
Seven, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boost, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boost, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
They're building. Whoa. They're building suspense so well.
Eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boost, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war.
Jeez.
Try to think of something different.
Oh shit.
Speed from going lunatic. Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. 7, 6, 11, 5,
Yeah, looks
4, 17, 30.
spectacular.
Yeah,
Big
that
Danny
looks,
Boyle fan, big Alex Garland fan.
that looks insane.
Yeah.
Um,
One
that
of the
looks
things
really good. Go ahead. Sorry.
One of the things I'd really like to talk about with this movie is maybe not the movie itself, but how it's filmed. This movie is filmed on an iPhone.
What?
It is, and it really fits. You know, I know you kind of scratch your head when you first hear that, but like the first one was filmed in an equally unorthodox way, based on when it was filmed. It was the early 2000s. And instead of, Danny Boyle, I mean, he could have shot the thing on 35 millimeter 28 days later. But he chose to shoot it on either a Canon XL1 or XL2. I don't remember, but essentially he chose to shoot 28 days later on digital video.
Wow. Okay.
Because he wanted to give it this real, visceral, fast-paced feel. He didn't want it to look like a movie. He wanted you to be right in the middle of it. He wanted it to be a bit more of not an analog medium, but a bit more of a relatable medium than 35 millimeter. The crisp, clean, beautiful look of 35 millimeter. He wanted it to be ugly. He wanted it to be, clear and crisp and maybe even a little pixelated. And that's what gives the first one its very unique feel. So I feel like, here we are 28 years later. He has made a similar decision in filming it on a medium that we all can relate to.
Right.
We are very used to seeing iPhone videos and pictures, and the look of. I mean, obviously, it's like any movie. The picture is post processed to a point where it looks a little better than your typical iPhone video. I mean, obviously they've color corrected it. They've probably done some VFX with it, like, and the same was done with 28 Days Later back in the day. I mean, it wasn't just raw digital video. They made it up. They cleaned it up.
Right.
But still, he really keeps it in line with his this is right in line with what he did with the first one, and I'm excited to see how it affects the movie itself. And I mean, the movie itself just looks fantastic. I mean, it's Danny Boyle. He never makes a bad movie. And this one looks insane, just absolutely nuts.
Right. Great cast.
Yeah.
It's got almost a video game feel to it, which I appreciate a lot. I don't need a ton of dialogue in this movie, right? I don't need someone explaining to me the narrative. I got it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
with Boyle, he won't. There's not going to be a lot of exposition. We know
Right.
what happened. We've seen the first two.
That's really well made. It's like doing The Walking Dead but correctly. And the
I
way
like
that
The Walking Dead too.
in the trailer, the way the suspense is built, like
Yeah, this is very eerie voiceover. I don't know if that's a part of the movie. It almost that voiceover that was going. I don't know what they were saying. I need to watch it again, but it kind of reminds me of the old Aleister Crowley recordings. Aleister Crowley, the cultist leader, and he's got a bunch of recordings that are very similar sounding. In eeriness, and that's kind of what it reminded me of. Anyway,
it's good. That was a phenomenal trailer. Like,
yeah,
well executed. That's once again, like that trailer demands a presence in a theater to see it, like you were talking about before. I mean, you already
I'm
had
seeing it in theater.
reverence for Danny and the rest of them, but yeah, I mean, it just can't not be in a theater for that one. That is really cool. If you're not into horror or scares or thrills and stuff like that, that's okay. Yeah, don't go see it in the theater.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. This is top tier horror right here. This is top shelf. This is the Grey Goose of horror.
I love I love the idea that they're like on an island and self-sufficient, and they have to leave the island for whatever reason, and it just there's a military arm, and there was a military arm in the first one.
Yeah,
that was a little bit weird. It was a little strange. It was cool. It was interesting.
It was them grappling with the end of society and how to start the next one, and they weren't doing a great job at it.
No. This is good. This is cool. I don't need to see another trailer either.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see another trailer. I want to go into this movie not knowing specifics.
Right.
I want to be surprised by it. So I'm
same.
really interested in what Ralph Fiennes' character is doing. He looks unhinged. Right. He looks crazy. I love Ralph Fiennes.
He's always got something going on. It's pretty good. He's pretty good. I'm in. Aaron's in. I think we're in.
When's it come out?
Oh, good question. I should have looked. 28 years later. Release date, maybe. June 20th.
June 20th.
Kind of a weird
summer.
day. This summer. Kind of a weird date. But yeah, it's going to be cool.
They're trying to avoid the late summer blockbusters.
I think it's also like it's a Barbenheimer situation. There's probably some massive counter programming happening at the same weekend. So
could be.
Both like it. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. And we will be back with more reactions, reviews, and some long form content. Thanks for watching.